I refused to let my parents move into my new house, and they were furious. Growing up, my home was more of a battlefield than a place of warmth. My parents' marriage was a never-ending cycle of shouting matches and cold silences. To avoid dealing with each other, they ignored me completely, leaving me to navigate childhood on my own. Whenever I reached out, hoping for even a shred of attention, they would make empty promises, promises that were always broken. By the time I hit my teenage years, I stopped trying. It was painfully clear that I was nothing more than an afterthought to them. Then when I was 16, everything changed. My father had a stroke, and suddenly my parents decided to act like responsible adults. The real turning point, though, came when my younger brother Daniel was born. Overnight, they transformed into the kind of loving, attentive parents I had always wished for, but only for him. I watched, invisible and resentful, as they showered him with the affection I had begged for. It wasn't his fault, but I couldn't help feeling jealous. As soon as I had the chance, I left. I moved abroad for college, cutting off almost all contact with them. Now, as an adult with a family of my own, I keep communication to a bare minimum, mainly so my child can at least know their grandparents. Recently, my parents found out that I had bought a beautiful, spacious house. Almost immediately, the guilt tripping began. They brought up their failing health, hinting that it was only fair for me to take them in. But fair to whom? Certainly not to me, the child they neglected for years. When I refused, they were outraged. They accused me of holding on to old grudges, of being heartless. But I simply reminded them that they had another son, a son they had actually raised with love. If they needed someone to take care of them, he was the obvious choice. I have no regrets.